Hello, my name is Jay Bear, and welcome to episode 19 of my survival series. And behind me, you can see my kelp flowing a different direction than what it was flowing before. I did a little bit of work in between episodes, and I did what I was talking about, where I put a switch here to switch this kelp farm from dried kelp mode to bone meal mode. And so if we look up here, the water's flowing this way, going down there, and if we switch that, it now goes back over here into the same system we had here before for collecting dried kelp. So we'll switch that, and what it does is it goes and it flows down here, and it goes down into the same composter that is being used by this cactus farm, and you can hear it creating bone meal. It just dispensed a piece and it's sending it over into the tree farm. So I did that in between episodes. I also had to go find another zombie because one of the zombies up here in my villager trading hall disappeared. Alright, so I don't know what happened, but the zombie over on this side was gone, and I replaced him and renamed him Andy, which was his name before. And I also got rid of one of these armors, and I put a leather worker here for one reason and one reason only, because I want saddles. And wow, they're up to 16 emeralds. That's weird. It was 2. Last time I traded with them, I don't know why that went up to 16 emeralds. Huh, strange. Anyway, I will convert him to a zombie and convert him back and get lower trades, but the reason I wanted to be able to get saddles is because I want to do some more stuff with horses. And one thing that you may have noticed down here, or maybe not have noticed, but I have a lot of chests sitting around here with a lot of stuff from building these farms. And so I need to get all of this stuff taken back in and put away. And it would require multiple trips back and forth for me to just do that myself. But I'm going to get some help. I'm going to go get myself a poor man's shulker box. And if you don't know what a poor man's shulker box is, right there, a donkey. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to tame that donkey. That way I got honeycomb in my inventory somehow. And cobblestone. Where did I get these from? That is a little concerning. Anyway, I'm going to go get that donkey. Okay, and here he is. And I think you tame these the same way you tame horses, right? You just ride on him until he gives you love hearts. Come on, donkey, I'm your friend. Oh, there we go. Now he's tamed, and we can put a saddle on him. So we can only put a saddle on him. We can't put chests on him. I guess I have to breed him with a horse and create a mule, don't I? Is that how that works? I've never done that before. And so I'm going to have to... How are we going to get over this mountain? Oh, come on, donkey. Let's go. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to try breeding him with the horse and see if we can get a mule, and we can put a chest on a mule and use that to transport items around. And I really need to build a stable for these guys because they're all just kind of standing around here outside my base, and I should really have a dedicated place to put them. Okay, apparently I was mistaken. You can put a chest on a donkey. So I guess I hold shift. No? Do I just right click? Oh, there we go. So now... Okay, I shift click to get to the inventory. So now, let's see, let's unhitch him here. And let's hook the skeleton horse back up. And we can ride this guy over to where we've got our mess of stuff that we need to clean up. And I've got an extra 15 inventory slots because of having this guy here to help me. So I can load him up with stuff and take it over to the base. And I think I will breed it with the horse anyways, because then I'll get some mules and I will have them to lead around on leads. And so when I end up with a bunch of chests like this that I need to put away, then I'll have multiple animals that I can use to help me get stuff put away until I get some shulker boxes. Once I have some shulker boxes, then this won't be necessary. But for now, this is going to be... Oh, come on, horse. I'm going to get on him, donkey. This is going to be a very helpful thing for me to get all this stuff put away. So I'm going to work on that. Alright, so with the help of the donkey here, I have now cleaned up the area over by the bone meal and kelp farms and got it all put away. And he's just kind of wandering around back here behind me. I think I'm going to take a little break from building the farms and various redstone builds and stuff like that. In fact, I've already been doing a couple things for the last couple days. I've been just doing a lot of trading with the villagers. I have also done some organizing down here in my storage system because I had some overflow chests where just a bunch of things had been accumulating, and so I've just gone through and done some organizing. And I still have a chest here for overflow of miscellaneous things, and I guess I really should have that at the end because, yeah, I guess I should still work on this a little bit more. And then I also came over here and I built some stairs and a little bit of a roadway coming down to this area here because I was always finding that I was coming here and I was climbing up the dirt, climbing up the grass to get down into this area. And this will be an area that I will need to access sometimes just because this is where the dried kelp blocks will be, and the dried kelp will come in, and I'll have to turn this to from bone meal to dried kelp setting if I need to change it, but right now it's just going to stay on bone meal setting. And I will probably put some type of building around all of this, maybe an extension to this building. And one thing I am thinking about doing with this building too, I think I mentioned this before, is have a cobblestone generator that pushes cobblestone in from this side over here. But that's for another time. Maybe this episode, maybe not. But what I'm going to do next is, well, I want to do a couple things. I still want to go get some more horses and bring them over here, wherever they were over that direction. And I'm going to finally work on this building and maybe build a stable. I don't know. I probably won't have time to do all of those things in this episode, but it's about time that something is done with this building here. I've put buildings around a lot of my other various farms and things, but this one has been like this for a very long time, and I think it finally needs some work. So I think that I'm going to go get those horses, and then I'm going to do this. This horse is being problematic. I have probably gotten on him 10 to 15 times, and he just does not want to be tamed. He must not like me. I thought there was more horses over here. There's only this one. This mean, problematic horse. There we go. Now I finally get the love hearts. Okay, so I'm going to get back on my good horse here that I only had to get on like 2 or 3 times to tame. And I'm going to take this one with a lead, and we're going to look around here and see if there's other ones. I thought there was more around over here, but maybe not. Oh, he fell off the lead. I guess maybe I should just take them both on leads. That way I don't go too fast for them to keep up. Oh, here's another horse. See, I knew that there was more. Alright, so he is tamed. What the heck? He's rearing up. Yeah, I'm definitely got some kind of lag issue going on here. It's so weird. Okay. Come on. You can walk around like that. Oh wow, that's something I've never seen happen before. He's still doing it too. How strange is that? Alright, let's see if we can get these guys back to my base. Alright, I have made it back with these three guys successfully. And we're just gonna put them all right here for now. And I will deal with them later. And this one guy has stopped walking on two legs. Which, I mean, how hilarious would that have been if he just would have kept walking on two legs forever like that? But no, he did stop relatively soon after I recorded the clip of him doing that. Alright, now that I've made it back here successfully with all of the horses that I have seen, I will deal with them later, maybe build them a stable, possibly right over in this area. I don't know, I'll figure that out later. But I'm going to now finally do something about this iron farm. It's been like this for, oh, I don't know, what, 10, 15 episodes or something? I don't know. It's been like this for a long time. And it's about time for this thing to start looking a little bit nicer. So I'm going to take care of that. Well, I've got a little bit of bad news here. I died after a very, very long time playing without dying. I was up there checking where my nether portal is in relation to this water and this scaffolding tower, and I tried to jump down in the water, and even though it looks like the skull is right here over the water, I guess I hit just the edge of this block right here and I died. I had like 170 levels too. Oh well. But anyway, the reason I was doing that is because before I start on this building, well, I need some materials. I want to get some terracotta. And the masons just don't give me terracotta as quickly as I'd like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bubble elevator that gets me up to the nether portal. And it's going to be a 2x2 so I can take my donkey up there. I hope that works. Because I want to take him up on top of the nether and ride him out to where the mesa biome is, where I will build another portal, which actually, you know what? I need to go harvest some obsidian because I don't think I have any extra. But anyway, I want to be able to take him out there so I can fill his inventory up with terracotta, and I'm going to make an ender chest so I can fill that with terracotta as well. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build this bubble elevator, then I'm going to get myself some obsidian, and then we'll work on getting over to the mesa biome. Alright, so you can see behind me, I have the bubble elevator all built up. And if we take a look here, it goes all the way up to the top, to the platform up there, where the nether portal is that gets me on top of the nether. And then there is a drop here that we can drop back down. And I made this big enough that I can take a horse or a donkey in there. And I made the drop so that I can bring them down. But then I realized something. After I built this, when I go into the nether, I end up on top. But when I come out of the portal down here in my base, which I also did some work on. I made this bigger, so that way when I do come back through with a horse, I will have enough room to be able to move through with them. I also put some gates here to keep the zombie pigmen from wandering around in my base, and I made some nether chests. I have one that I'm carrying around. I put a bunch of stuff in here that might just be handy to have as I'm traveling around to have access to certain things at all times. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a test with a horse. I'm not going to take the donkey in there just in case something goes wrong. So I'm going to take this horse here and we're going to go ahead and ride right into the... I can't get through right there. It's too wide to fit through until I move that stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take this guy in here and let's see if we can get him all the way up to the top. Alright, that's a good sign. We're in the bubble elevator and I'm still riding him actually. Okay, we did it. We made it to the top. Alright, let's take him into the nether and see. Can you not go into the nether while riding a horse? Okay, so I guess I need to... Yep, okay, he went in. Alright, there we go. So now we got a horse in the nether. And let's go ahead and go back to the base. Come on, in. How do I get him to go back? Why won't he go back? Is he trapped in the nether forever? I'm gonna have to look this up and see if I can figure out how I get a horse out of the nether once it's in. Yeah, okay. That's not something I expected I was gonna need to deal with. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, well, I looked this up and I figured out what the problem is. Apparently there is a 30-second cooldown from when animals go into the nether to when they can leave. So, it's been over 30 seconds now. So if I take him, I put him in the portal, and I get off, yes, he went right through, and now if I follow him, awesome, there he is. Alright, so I'm very glad that worked. And now I can take horses and donkeys into the nether and get back out with them safely. Unfortunately, I did build this big drop chamber thinking I was going to be dropping them down, and I needed a 2x2 area for them to fall down safely, and apparently I didn't need this. I could have just built a 1x1 area for me to drop down into, but oh well. It's built now, and I'm not going to remove it. So now I can go into the nether, and I can ride over to where the mesa biome is, and I can go get myself a bunch of terracotta. So, Mr. Donkey, let's see, do I have anything in his inventory? No, his inventory is clear, so I should have everything that I need to be able to go do this. Alright, got a donkey in the nether. So now I just gotta figure out where I need to go. So I'm going to look that up and figure out which way I need to go here to get to the nearest mesa biome, which is still quite a distance away. Okay, so this is where the mesa biome should potentially be. I'm gonna leave the donkey here because what happens is when I go through this nether portal, it's gonna spawn one down on ground level, and I'm going to have to build another one way up in the air, and I don't want to have to try to get the donkey up to that one. So he's just going to hang out here in the nether while I go over into the mesa and do some mining, and then I will bring stuff over and fill his inventory up. So let's go and see if we end up in a mesa biome. Okay, I've completed a challenge, Subspace Bubble. I'm not sure what that one is. Oh, and it's almost nighttime. Did I bring a bed? I think I got a bed in my ender chest. Alright, let's sleep real quick and then we'll see what that achievement was about. So, what is Subspace Bubble? Use the nether to travel over 7 kilometers in the overworld. Okay, yeah, I did go quite a long way to get here, and just as I thought, I am right on the edge of a giant mesa biome. It should be really, really big. And it is the closest one to my base. It's pretty far. It was like, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 blocks away from my base. Alright, anyway, I'm going to start collecting up some terracotta. Alright, so I have been digging over here in the mesa biome, stripping away a lot of this terracotta, and I have an inventory filled with it. I have an ender chest filled with it as much as possible, and I have a donkey over in the nether who is as much as he can take. I'm going to go ahead and leave this bed here, but oh, you know what? I didn't leave room in my inventory for the ender chest, so I'm going to have to just leave behind one of these stacks. So I'll leave the bed here, and one thing I noticed is I got lucky with this portal, and it takes me right up to the roof of the nether. So if we take a look at the donkey, he's completely filled up, so I have lots and lots of terracotta. Yeah, I don't even have room in my inventory for a lead. Actually, you know what? I'll throw out the one arrow. There we go. I'll leave the arrow behind. And now we can head back to our base. Which way is that? the waypoints aren't showing. I'm gonna have to get those oh, wait a minute. There we go. Portal. So if we go this way and we ride for over 800 blocks, we will get back to our other portal and back to our base with a load full of terracotta. And now if we ever need to come back here, I have it marked on the map, and we can come back over here and get more terracotta next time we need it. Alright, so we have made it safely back over to the base with all of this terracotta and some in my ender chest. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and then I can finally, after all this time, start working on this building, put a building around this and make this look nicer for once. The donkey's excited about it. I'm excited about it too, because I have an idea of what I want to do with this. Alright, let's get this stuff put away. Okay, so I'm standing outside my iron farm, and I'm finally ready to build a building around it. I've been talking about this for only, 10 episodes? And so the blocks that I've chosen, it's going to be another brick building, kind of like this one, but I've got a little bit of a different idea in mind, which is why I wanted the terracotta. And so these are the blocks, the main blocks anyways, that I'm going to be using to build this. And then I'm also going to replace these glass tubes on the side, and I'm going to use some trapdoors to kind of close this in and make it look more like some type of industrial chute or something going up the side of it. So this is going to look a little bit different than what it does now. I'm going to go ahead and get started building, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so here's the iron farm all complete. I think I will make some more changes to this. I'm not real happy with the way the top of it here looks. Everything else I'm pretty happy with, but I'm not happy with this part here, so I'll probably work on that maybe a little bit off camera. And take a look at this fire coming out the top. There's an iron golem burning in there, and whenever the one is burning, fire shoots out the roof. So I thought that was pretty funny. Alright, so taking a look a little bit closer, you can see through the windows to the inside a little bit. That was something I still wanted to have, is that I could look inside and see when an iron golem was burning up. I could see the zombie in there. I can look in from certain angles and see the villagers. I still wanted to at least have a little bit of that, and I do. And if we go inside, I still have some work to do in here. It's a little bit messy, and I will work on this probably a little bit in between episodes. And if we look on the side over here, this is the chute where the iron falls down. You just saw some fall through right there, and it goes down into the water stream. This looks a lot less bulky than it did before with the glass. And if we look up here in the back, we have these areas with the cyan, terracotta, and the iron bars. And that's the chamber where the iron golem spawns and will burn up. And I just kind of did that in different block just to make it look kind of like maybe some type of industrial part where something's being manufactured. Put these iron blocks up the back, and they wrap around up on top. And let's go ahead and go up to the top and take a look from up there. Okay, so the iron blocks come up, and then they kind of wrap up onto the top up here. They're actually hiding some glass that's part of the spawning chamber. And like I said, I might do something a little bit different with this part here. I'm not exactly sure what yet. I will figure that out. But I don't know, I'm just not real happy with how this part looks. The rest of it, I'm pretty happy with. I think it turned out pretty good. And this is just an unintentional kind of funny side effect of the iron golems burning in there, is we have this flame coming through the top. I thought that was pretty funny, pretty amusing that happens. And I know I didn't really need to worry too much about the roof because I don't have an elytra yet, but I expect someday that I will. And so I want it to at least look decent from the top. But anyway, that is all I have time for in this episode. And so if you like this episode, please click the like button and leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.